Hi, I'm Bill,
I'm Angela.
and this is Finest Travel Beat with Angela and Bill. Thanks for joining us. Hopefully, you can hear us. If you can, please put it in chat. We're kind of new. This is only our second live stream we're doing. We're definitely very overdue for doing live streams. But tonight, we're going to talk about cruises.
Mm-hmm.
Lots and lots and lots about cruises. Uh, well, before we start, I'd like to thank you all. This YouTube channel, we kind of really started a couple of years ago, but really last May we made the decision to dedicate some time into it and to provide some reviews and information and use this as a means of getting getting good information out. We were constantly watching YouTube videos. Some are excellent, some are terrible. Some cruise lines, some destinations, it was just really hard to find any decent reviews of people that were actually there. So that's kind of why we started this. And to thank you, uh, we were hoping to hit 1,000 subscribers by the end of the year. We're up to, as of I think 2030. Incredible. The support has just been phenomenal. Thanks to you. The feedback on some of our videos has been great. It's important to put in the comments on the videos that we do what you think, what you like, what you dislike. That way, I know going forward, how we can improve and what you're looking for.
Right.
So, what do you have to say, Angela, to the people?
What do I have to say?
Yes. First of all, if you have any questions, put them in the chat, please. Type them out. As the questions come in, we'll answer them. We've been on 16 cruises.
Yes.
Since the restart. That's a lot of cruises across 8 cruise lines. We've been on them all. Cruising has been great, but we've learned a lot of the idiosyncrasies between different cruise lines. Which one is a better fit for different people?
Yeah.
Things they're doing good, some things that they're maybe not doing so well. But so we've gained a lot of experience in cruises. We have some exciting cruises coming up. At the end, we're going to make an announcement on a big group cruise that I think is going to be very, very popular. Some of you that may be in the chat already know about it because a couple of years booked already, including us.
That's right.
But we're really excited. We have a bunch of group cruise opportunities. I'll give them to you throughout the course of probably the next hour and tell you a little bit about them. But this one I think is going to it's very exciting. It's a really a great itinerary on a nice ship.
Good
and
price.
The price is right.
Oh, you got a question.
Okay. Next cruise. Okay.
Nancy Bird.
Yes, Nancy Bird. The next cruise. Our next cruise is actually on the Norwegian Breakaway out of New Orleans. That leaves
January 29th.
Yes, January 29th. I actually have some cheat sheets here, so we know where we're going. January 29th. It's Western Caribbean out of New Orleans. The reason why we're going on this one is it's specifically a YouTube content creators group cruise. A lot of the most popular channels will be on this cruise. We're hoping there's going to be some seminars so we can learn a little bit more about how to best do the technical parts behind the channel and what people are looking for. We love to travel. We're not techies.
No.
We're learning all of this. I'm not a video editor. I'm not a filmmaker. I'm not a voiceover artist. I say a lot.
You're more technique than me.
Trying to
I'm
learn
a dinosaur.
But basically you get us in a pool on a cruise ship and we can tell you we really enjoy cruising. So it's a Norwegian Breakaway. Go ahead.
That one, and then we have the next one is not till May. That's the Indie of the Seas.
Yeah, that's but let's go back to the Breakaway a little bit.
Oh, sorry.
What I'm looking forward to that is going to New Orleans.
Yeah, I've never been there.
Never been to New Orleans. Be the first time we're getting in a few days earlier. Angela's going to work a little bit on there, and hopefully we're both going to work a little bit on the ship as well, provided the internet is good.
I hope. I'm trying to save some vacation days.
Fingers crossed. That's one of the things that we've learned a lot over the last year is internet varies between cruise lines and ships, and sometimes it's good, sometimes it's non-existent, like the Princess cruise we were just on for New Year's.
Yeah, we have to you have to get the better package with the internet, I find.
And you also have to, with the internet, also, if a ship is full. Now, over New Year's, we were on the Regal Princess. Great ship.
Oh,
Absolutely loved
Loved
it.
it.
Princess is, not a lot of people know about Princess. I did a video on the ship. It's the Love Boat. And the ship we were on was actually the new Love Boat.
Yeah,
So
it is.
she got to meet the Mr. Captain McDreamy.
Yes.
You know, she owes me a Captain Kate on the next, on the
He's
Celebrate
Italian. What can I
Beyond,
tell
what
you?
was going on. Yeah.
He's Italian.
But the ship was full, and it was also a lot of younger people on it that were doing their TikTok and things. So the internet was there just wasn't bandwidth on it. They're all working on improving their internet because that's really important these days.
Yeah, especially with everybody that's lately been working remotely. I mean, it's key. I know for me, if I want to try to save some vacation time, I need good internet so I can work and have fun at the same time.
Jets mess. Wow, that's got to be a giant fan. I love that. I love that handle. That's got to be a giant fan. Watched a game yesterday for the first time in a long time, and haven't really been watching a whole lot of football, but watched a giant game yesterday. Yeah, looking forward to the food and the drinks in New Orleans. I've been trolling the law enforcement sites. As most of you know, I'm retired from the NYPD, and usually the best hints for where to go that's one, safe, two, reasonable, and three, not too touristy is the law enforcement. But we're definitely going to have to do have to go to Pat O'Brien's.
Yeah, well,
Gonna
we're
have to
doing
have
that
a
haunted.
hurricane.
We're doing that haunted tour on Saturday night.
Yes, Saturday night we
That's
have
gonna be interesting.
Yeah, haunted tour. You who gets scared of your own shadows doing a haunted tour, but
It sounded fun.
yeah,
Something
it
different.
definitely. We're looking forward to it. Definitely be fun. Staying right near Bourbon Street, near the French Quarter. That way we kind of have access to everything. Cruise Nuts is here.
Hi.
Hey, Cruise Nuts. Thanks for joining us. So the next cruise, as you started to say, was the Independence of the Seas in May.
Yes, we have a little bit of a break.
Yeah, we call this our off season.
Our vacation.
Our vacation. We're actually home. The funny thing is we go on cruises and then we come home and go to the grocery shopping, and it's like, it's cheaper to live on a cruise ship.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, it's actually getting to, it's getting a little bit more expensive. Yeah, Cruise Nuts, we'll be there. We'll see you there.
We'll be there.
We'll have to have a drink or coffee or whatever your pleasure is, but hopefully you'll be there and we'll enjoy that. So the cruise after that is the Independence of the Seas. That was a group cruise I started with a local retiree group that I belong to, the Brevard 1013 Club. It's made up of mostly retired NYPD officers and officers from around the country. And Blue Knights has also jumped on that one. So it's a bit of a group cruise, Monday through Friday cruise, almost sold out. So that should be fun. It's always, the group cruises are always fun. Speaking of sold out, let me just, let's talk about the pricing on cruises in general.
Yeah.
They're up. Last year, Angela and I was able to go on as many cruises as we were, largely because
the pandemic.
They were empty. The pandemic, prices were down. I started seeing last August pricing going up. I started looking to book people, especially for the holiday weeks and July. Last August, I had a couple people looking to book in July out of New York, cruises out of New York. And they were almost sold out in August. Demand is through the roof. People have pent up demand, and the price is going up, unfortunately.
So it works, supply and demand.
Yeah, I've been beating that drum for a long time about booking early, booking as soon as you can. That still holds true. The days of last minute, let me jump on a ship the last minute. We did that a lot last year. We had some great deals that we were able to do last minute. Not anymore. Now it's the time to start planning for 2024.
Yeah.
Quite honestly. But we have the Independence of the Seas, and we're going to, in July, we're going on the Caribbean Princess. Mm-hmm. That's going to be a Eastern Caribbean. I think that's St. Martin, St. Thomas.
And I think that's their private island.
I think we're going to Princess Cays.
Yeah, we've never been there. I'm looking forward to that one.
But yeah, Peerless Journeys. Thanks, Richard, for the comments. Hopefully, we will see you actually on a cruise ship and not just hanging out at the. Oh my God, what was the place in Nassau we went to? Remember?
Oh, Senior Frogs.
Senior Frogs in Nassau. When you're on a different ship.
Cruise Nuts, would be glad to meet you too.
Yes,
Be nice to
it's,
put the face behind the names.
We're really looking forward to that. Just to meet some of the other people and get some just tips and tricks. We went on. This was a phenomenal experience. We went on the final sailing of the Carnival Ecstasy back in October. John Heald was on that, who is hysterically funny. If you are on Facebook, follow John Heald. He's the brand ambassador for Carnival. He is his stuff. He's got hundreds of thousands of followers, I think. He is hysterical. In person, he is even funnier. It was a great cruise. It was very bittersweet, though. The ship right after we were on the last sailing. Then after that, the captain was taken to Miami, dropping some stuff off, taking a small crew to Turkey, and driving the ship onto the beach. Literally beaching it. And then it's probably down to scrap now.
Oh, it's probably nothing left of it. That was so sad, though.
It was a really sad. It was a great cruise because there was so many people that had so many great memories on it that were on the ship. And it was nice to be part of saying goodbye to something that had so many great memories. I mean, people got married on it, and kids were conceived on it. But that was a really great experience. And we met Power DJ.
Yes.
They were on that ship. Doug Parker from Cruise Radio was on there too. There's a couple other people I think that we met that were had Funnelheads. Funnelheads. Yeah, Funnelheads were there. They're real good people. Great channels. Really helpful, really nice people. So we're looking for hopefully some of them will be on the next cruise. And I'm getting behind the chat here a little bit. Let's see. I can't wait. By the way, the NYPD retiree eyeglass plan is not the best, so I'm gonna have to kind of do one of these.
We're due for eyeglass appointments.
Yes, we're getting our eyeglasses soon.
If you guys are going down a day before, a lot of us are going to. I can't read that.
The original Dragos at 6 Saturday 20. Okay, yeah, that sounds good.
We have 7 o'clock.
We have 7 o'clock.
The haunted tour. But we could probably stop quick.
Yeah, stop quick or meet afterwards or whatever. Maybe we'll send you a Facebook message. We'll meet up. We're gonna get there Thursday night. We're flying in Thursday night late.
I'm working Friday.
You're gonna work. And then Friday night, we're gonna kind of check things out, and then all day Saturday we'll check things out.
Right.
So I love Cruising Royal. Remember, we met her on the Symphony of the Seas.
Yes, hi.
How are you?
Hope things are going well with your channel.
Yes, she was. It's nice. We meet a lot of people on the cruises, and I love Cruising Royal was one of them. She has a channel as well, and she was filming all over the ship.
She was really good.
It was good. I still owe you all a Symphony of the Seas video. I have a ton of footage that is sitting on my hard drive, and it's been very, very busy. As you know, we do the travel agent thing as well. Angela works full time from home, and it's just been it's been busy. And like I said, I'm not a video editor, so everything takes me probably 5 times as long as everybody else. But I owe you a Symphony of the Seas video. We owe you a bunch of videos.
Yeah, you're slacking there.
Shut up, big dummy. Been watching Sanford and Sons. I like that term, big dummy now. Let's see, where else are we? Yeah, Richard, hopefully, I think I sent you my 2023, hopefully 2024. Definitely. I'll talk to you about that group cruise that we're doing in 2024.
Yeah, that's exciting.
Too. You might want to join on that one, because that's a pretty good itinerary.
Yeah. Good price too.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Cruise Nuts. They did some drone footage on the final voyage, which we did. We saw that.
We did see it. Yes,
yeah, we saw that. Good. It was very good. Excellent. I saw they've done a few things on that.
We didn't get to meet them. At least I don't remember. Did you get to
No, I didn't.
Yeah, we definitely have to meet in New Orleans or the Lago cruise. Definitely.
That'd be good.
A lot of us are staying at the Hilton at St. Charles. Okay. I forgot where we're staying somewhere else.
We are staying at the Saint Autograph Collection hotel by Marriott. We tend to stay in a lot of Marriott hotels. The Autograph Collection is kind of unique properties that's owned by Marriott. They are, but we we have pretty good loyalty stats with them. We've been staying them there for years, and we find that there's almost every place is decent.
Yeah, we've had
Decent fit. I don't think it's on the group of the technically vlogger cruises, but yeah, it should be good.
Yeah.
It's in the middle of everything. There's a ton of hotels there. So yeah, yeah, Richard, Symphony was that was really nice. That was a nice ship. It's big. It's big. But we really enjoyed it. We enjoy everything. I mean,
Transatlantic. I'd love to do that one time.
Yeah.
When I retire.
Yeah, because there's not great internet in the middle of the Atlantic. My understanding is no matter how good it is, even with Starlink satellite, the way it works is you kind of have to be near a shore or something. And I hear that middle of the but yeah, transatlantic is definitely on our list.
You could make that my retirement gift.
Sure. As soon as you decide to retire, you hold me back, Kingston.
Sorry. Can you send me the 1013 cruise?
Sure, Tim. I'll message you afterwards. I think there's a few cabins left. It's Monday through Friday. It should be a good time. It's a bunch of Blue Knights jumped on it. It'd be nice to cruise with you guys as well. Finally, we're really looking forward to some of these cruises coming up. That meeting people, clients, and other vloggers and stuff that we haven't met before in person.
Yeah. Yep, very nice to meet. Posting Wednesday, Friday, live, Sunday to see.
Yeah, I love Cruising Royal. Yeah, she's giving us our schedule and stuff. Yeah, that Richard. When Angel decides to hang it up, we'll all do a transatlantic together.
Definitely.
So let's move down on the next cruise we're doing. So we have the Caribbean Princess we're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
We're doing the Celebrity Equinox, August 19th, 8 nights. It's does the ABC Islands, Aruba, Bonaire, and Curacao. Similar itinerary to what we did on the Regal Princess over New Year's. Best islands, in my opinion, hands down.
Beautiful.
In the Caribbean. They are beautiful. They're safe. There's plenty to do. Bonaire was a little bit not as built up as others, but absolutely beautiful.
I think Bonaire, if you're into snorkeling or scuba diving, that's the place to go.
And nature. It's not the big party atmosphere like you have in other islands, but it's a really nice.
Beaches either.
The 3 islands are very close to each other, and all 3 have a different vibe, which is nice. And as soon as I get video edited, I'll have some stuff up on those. But that's the main reason why we're doing on that one is it's a cruise that is also a convention for the consortium that I belong to. Nexion is basically a host agency that I work through. And there will be a lot of representatives from various travel suppliers on board for the week, which will be great because that way I can further develop relationships with some people. We've become really good friends with a couple of reps from cruise lines. And so we're looking forward to that. That'll be good. So that is August 19th.
I love cruising. Did your mother like her birthday cruise? Yes, she loved it.
Oh, yeah.
She was so surprised. I mean, I put I don't know what the saying is.
Pulled out all the stops.
That's it. I couldn't think of it. I had her room decorated.
Angel speaks Bronx.
She was very surprised. I mean, her front door was decorated. Inside the room was decorated. They had a cake. They had chocolate covered strawberries. It was amazing. She really, really enjoyed it.
They sang, and she pretends she doesn't like when they sing happy birthday. She loved it. They were singing happy birthday in the buffet.
Yeah. We all had shirts made up.
Yeah, we had shirts. It was nice. My brother was able to come. He's been sick for quite a while. He was able to go. Your mom was her 80th birthday.
And my brother, my sister-in-law, Rob, Sharon, the boys,
nephews.
The twins.
It was it was a lot of fun. I mean, that's all part of why we love cruising so much. Is you can have multi-generational family like that, and it's just stuff for everybody to do. It's it was a really, really good time. We had the That was on the Mariner of the Seas.
Mariner Seas. I loved it. Oh my God, the cruise director was the best.
Mark Walker.
Oh, he was so good.
Another really funny guy to follow on Facebook.
Yes.
He's not John Heel, but Mark Walker. He lives over here in Orlando, near Orlando.
Winter Park.
Winter Park with his daughters. He was hysterical, high energy.
Yes.
He was very funny. We really appreciate a good cruise director. We've had really good ones, and we've had some that are not so good. And he is one of the best ones.
Funny. We asked for a picture. Remember, he was like laying on the
Yeah,
stage.
he's doing all these crazy poses.
He loved him.
You know,
loved
and
him.
he's a guy that can laugh at himself too.
Yeah.
He makes fun of the fact that during COVID, when he couldn't be a cruise director anymore, he was delivering cars for Carvana.
Yeah.
That was his job. Hey, you know what? You got to make the money.
He was great. Loved him.
But yeah, we enjoyed him. Now, this is where we get a little bit crazy. Now, like I said, this is our off season here. So we only have a couple of cruises. For whatever reason, this time of year, we don't tend to do as many.
Well, if we do it, then I'll have no vacation at the end of the year. So.
Now, the Celebrity Equinox gets back on August 27th. Now, this is a scheduling that I didn't really kind of think out too closely, because after that, we leave and we head over to London.
Yes.
We are doing a 12-night British Isles cruise on the Regal Princess. Now, the Regal Princess was the ship that we were on for New Year's. Little nervous about booking 2 cruises on a ship that we hadn't been on. But we went on this last one. Our friends Jean and John, who were clients, became friends, were on it with us, as well as with their parents. Regal Prince was a fantastic cruise. The service was fantastic. The food was great. We enjoyed the entertainment. It was crowded, so it was some issues with the dining room stuff.
It didn't feel like it was jammed. I mean, it was full capacity, but it didn't feel it.
Right. There was always a spot to sit down. You weren't fighting for a spot at the buffet.
No, not at all.
You weren't fighting for a table at the buffet. So we were a little nervous, but we're very glad. That's 12 nights. It leaves out of London. We can't get to London a few days ahead of time.
Mm-hmm.
And then leaves actually out of Southampton, because we can't drive a cruise ship up the Thames River. But that's going to go, does a couple of nights, and it does a few port stops in Ireland, which I'm really looking forward to. I was there as a kid many, many years ago. I know on a cruise you're not seeing everything, but it'll be nice. My family's from Cork. That's one of the stops. When I say my family's from Cork, they're from Cork in the early 1800s. So not like I'm going to meet anybody, but it's still kind of cool.
Yeah, I've never been to Europe, so I'm excited.
Yeah, and then it goes things with Loch Ness and Stonehenge, and we watched The Crown. So we're going to probably go see the Royal Yacht, because that was a big set of it. And then it does, kind of goes all the way around, and then does one day in Le Havre. Now, this is where we're most likely going to go into Paris for the day. Now, I know it's like 3.5 hours. You really don't get much time there. But I think somebody needs a croissant.
Oh, gotcha. I love French bakeries. Oh, yes.
Me personally, Normandy.
No.
But
I was watching videos, and I saw the bake. Oh, yes. We're definitely going there.
If mommy ain't happy, ain't nobody happy, is it?
No.
As they say. But so we're looking forward to that. Let's see. Okay, Richard's on the Mariner next week.
Okay.
Good. I don't think Mark Walker is back on the Mariner till March, I think.
I think so.
I don't know who's on it now, but yeah, we really enjoyed the Mariner. We're kind of liking that medium-sized ship. I mean, the big ships are great, but it was really nice.
I loved it.
Especially, it was great with your mom and my brother, because it wasn't a huge ship to get around.
I love cruising. You're gonna love it. I love the Mariner. I would definitely go back on that again. Back
to back. Yeah, we enjoyed it. There is a video up on the Mariner that I did. Kind of a ship tour, walking through it. But I loved it. That was a lot of fun. Again, great staff. Not quite princess quality, but it was really, really
food
good.
Was really good. I had no problem with the food. But the food was really good.
Okay, Jet's Mess. I got to find out who that is. Have we ever sailed out of Los Angeles? How is it? Okay, we have not sailed out of Los Angeles. There are some ones that sail out of Los Angeles. We did do San Diego.
That was a good one.
Not long before the pandemic, the year before the pandemic, it was at San Diego and on Disney, the Disney Wonder. Disney is another amazing cruise line. The pricing hurts, quite frankly. The pricing hurts, but you
The
really
shows,
it's
though, the
the
quality. Oh my
quality of the
gosh.
shows and the entertainment, the food. For us, we're like kind of more plain eaters. The food is a little. If you're a foodie, you'll absolutely love Disney cruises, but it's not your typical middle class cruise
No,
ship.
and I'm very surprised, especially since it gears towards kids. You would think they would have more non-foodie type foods.
Now, what I'll tell you about with West Coast cruises. Generally, they're going to go to Cabo San Lucas, Mazatlan, and Puerto Vallarta. Now, Cabo San Lucas, we weren't thrilled when we went. It's kind of a lot of people from Los Angeles, I think, take their boats down there, and it was kind of a lot of marinas. It was nice. There's shopping and there's a big shopping center there, and that was okay. Puerto Vallarta was beautiful.
That was
Puerto
really
Vallarta
nice.
was really, really nice. A little weird. The cruise terminal backs up into a Walmart.
Yeah, that
It's
was
like
funny.
a Walmart. You step
Across the
off the
street.
ship, and with Disney, you can bring on a bottle of wine or a 6-pack of beer per person at every port. So when we went to Mazatlan, we were over the Walmart getting a 6-pack to bring
No,
back
no,
on
it's the
Puerto Vallarta.
Yeah.
Now Mazatlan, not a fan of Mazatlan
Mm-mm.
at all. As a matter of fact, Mazatlan is currently having a lot of issues. They a couple of weeks ago, before President Biden's visit, they arrested El Chapo's son. And since that's happened, they've had a lot of violence in Mazatlan due to the drug gangs. When we were there, one of the spots that they drove us past was the place where they arrested El Chapo.
Yeah, that was part of the
building
tour.
that was like part of the tour. And you just kind of, again, I'm retired from the NYPD, so, I have maybe a little different spidey senses than most. The tour we went on was very safe and it was fine, but I just got the feeling that it's not a place that I'd really want to spend a whole lot of time. And right now, I don't know if the ships are even stopping there. Until things settle down there, I wouldn't recommend getting off the ship in Mazatlan. And I have a feeling that the cruise lines are actually usually very good. If there's issues or problems, they'll just alter the itinerary and go someplace else. But other things to know about cruises out of the West Coast. The Pacific Ocean is colder than the Atlantic.
Yeah.
So kind of be prepared for that. We went in April. And while it was pretty warm here, the Pacific was kind of chilly. We got down to Puerto Vallarta.
It was a little bit warmer.
It was warmer. It wasn't bad.
I was surprised because I thought
Yeah,
it'd be like warm.
And that was something that we were kind of surprised at, but we loved it. I mean, we made it a whole. We went to Disneyland, and then we spent a couple of days doing the touristy thing in Hollywood and drove around. Angela saw the hospital from General Hospital because she's watched that forever. I surprised her and drove her past that.
That was really cool.
Yeah, that was
really cool.
We do all the stupid touristy things. We ate in a great restaurant there. Oh my God, what's the name of that?
Frank's? Was it?
Muzo and Frank.
That's it. Something with Frank.
Muzo and Frank, which is one of the oldest restaurants in Hollywood. And after you're there, it's always the bar stools haven't changed out. If the bar stool needs to be repaired, they just repair it. So you're sitting at the same bar stools that Humphrey Bogart and James Cagney and all them, they sat in. The waiters wear the same uniforms they did in the 1940s. Food is fantastic. And the neat thing about it is there is so many movies and TV shows that have filmed there. Bosch is one of them.
Yeah.
So we really enjoyed that, and we're looking forward to a similar experience in New Orleans. Hopefully we see some of the kind of neat stuff there too. And
well, we went there. We didn't realize how famous it was until afterwards.
No, we knew it was the oldest restaurant, but then we start watching television, and I guess you kind of compare it to Saudi's in New York. It's kind of a famous restaurant. Let's see.
It's the only problem we had at cruising. Yeah, definitely need a sweatshirt.
Yeah, Nancy, it's definitely and the water was choppier than
Yeah.
than I was expecting. We actually, when we got to Cabo San Lucas, we got off the ship and did a beach excursion. We were
It was
like, all
cold.
excited, and I went in the water like, whoa! And this is when we lived in New York, so
Yeah.
we didn't have the thin blood yet.
Yeah, I was very surprised. I don't really feel, I don't know, the beaches on the West Coast, I wasn't really impressed with
No,
in Mexico.
I mean, maybe we probably didn't go to the right beaches because we
Maybe.
weren't really there long, um, but yeah. So we haven't cruised out of Los Angeles. We did cruise out of the Carnival Ecstasy, cruised out of Mobile, Alabama.
That was the first time we were
That
there.
was neat. We went to Mobile, spent a couple of days there. Actually, drove over to the casinos in Biloxi, Mississippi, just so we say we were in that state. Mobile was an interesting town.
Yeah.
Kind of like a ghost town. There really wasn't a lot going on there, but we did have beignets.
Yeah, that was
Beignets were
good.
very good.
I'm looking forward to having that in New Orleans.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh, yeah.
And we drove there. This time we're flying to New Orleans. We think about driving, and like, you know what? It's a little bit long. Good night, Cruising
night.
Royal. I'll see you soon. So let's talk about we have the Regal Princess. We spoke about that. Okay. This one is the next cruise I'm going to tell you about is near and dear to my heart. This is a very, very special cruise. I'm really honored to have been asked to be a part of this cruise and set this up. It's on November 10th, Veterans Day weekend on the Liberty of the Seas. It's a 3-night Bahamas perfect day at Coco Cay cruise out of Fort Lauderdale. The group that's running this cruise is a organization known as Law Enforcement Officers Weekend. Law Enforcement Officers Weekend is started by a gentleman named Austin Glickman. He's a police officer in New York City, active now. Years ago, started doing it as weekends in Lake George, and it's expanded. Well, the mission behind the organization is that they do weekend events, weekend getaways that are attended by law enforcement and supporters of law enforcement. And with the money that they raise through fundraisers and through proceeds of these types of things, they bring along families of law enforcement officers that have been killed in line of duty, or law enforcement officers that have been seriously ill, seriously injured, complimentary. They bring the whole family away and they pay for everything. A fantastic charity, as you know, I'm involved in a few different law enforcement officer charities. Brotherhood for the Fallen, Law Enforcement Officers Weekend is a great job. There'll be some families along on this one that have lost loved ones in the line of duty. I've spoken to a few of them on the phone. It's heartbreaking, but it means the world to them. This one is, like I said, this one we're really looking forward to. I think we have 50 cabins reserved. We're well over half of them are already booked this early out. The other thing that's going to be really neat about this one is there are a ton of clients that I've worked with that we've never met in person, that we've become friends. Jim Hurley is, we talk on the phone all the time, but we've never met in person. He's going on the cruise. So this one's going to be a little bit different. If you're interested in this one, or actually if you're interested in any of the cruises, email me, bill@finesttravelagency.com. The Liberty of the Seas one's a little different process because you're going to register with Law Enforcement Officers Weekend. Then they got to send me the information. I'll reach out to you and get you booked into whatever room or category you want. Decent, pretty good pricing on this one too.
Yeah.
I think we're under $1,000 for a balcony stateroom for two for the weekend.
Yeah, it wasn't
Got to double
much.
check. It's the pricing is going up, and I'm going to discuss a little bit, as we go on in the next half hour or so, about ways to save and pricing and kind of where it's going. But I just definitely want to let you know about that Liberty of the Seas one. That one is, if we sell all 50 cabins, we'll get people on the ship somehow. It might not be at the same rate, but this one is going to be special. I know Austin and Zach and the guys at Law Enforcement Officers Weekend have some special stuff planned. They're going to try to get some, possibly a helicopter flyover from Fort Lauderdale with Broward County Sheriff's Office. And we're in the planning stages of some of that stuff, but it should be a real good time. Let's see what we got.
It's
Have a good night, Nancy. So we got Liberty of the Seas. And we'll do the last one of this year for now, which is we're going to do the Celebrity Beyond, December 22nd, 2023. Now that's going to be an 11-night cruise. It's over Christmas and New Year's.
Yes.
We usually cruise on New Year's. We don't usually cruise on Christmas.
This will be the first time.
This will be the first time. Caitlin, if you're on here, we'll be home for your birthday. We'll still do your birthday dinner on the 21st, but the next day we're going on the cruise. It's 11-night. It does the ABC Islands, and it also does a partial transit for the Panama Canal,
Yes.
which is my bucket list. Ever since I was a kid and watched documentaries about the Panama Canal and hear about the Panama Canal, that's something I've always wanted to do. So this one it has great islands. It's a Celebrity Beyond, the newest celebrity ship right now. Beautiful ship, great itinerary. 11 nights, spend the holidays. Captain Kate's the captain on the ship.
Oh, she is.
She is. I'm not sure if she's going to still be then, but if you could have Captain Paolo, I'd get Captain Kate.
All right.
Hi, cruising is fun anytime. So that is this year's
So far.
2027, just touch on this briefly. We will be on the inaugural of the Royal Caribbean Icon of 2024.
2027.
Did I say 2020?
You said 2027.
January 27th. That's
Okay.
fine. Okay. We're going to be on the January 27th, 2024. We will be on the inaugural of the Icon of the Seas, unless that's delayed. See what happens. We were supposed to be on the inaugural of the Carnival Jubilee, but that was due to supply chain issues. That was delayed for a couple of months.
Yeah.
So we're going to miss out on that, which is kind of a bummer because I was on the inaugural of the original Carnival Jubilee in 1984. But what are you going to do? They changed the date. It was sold out, and we had some other stuff planned already anyway. So that's that.
Yeah, the Icon of the Seas. That's going to be pretty cool.
All right, and we'll talk about the group cruise
Okay.
later.
Okay.
At the end. So if you have any questions on cruises, difference between cruise lines, the state of cruising, any general questions. I know when I talk to people or chat with people back and forth on the phone, there's a lot of first-time cruises. A lot of people have a million questions. And if you have a question, somebody else probably does. And this would be a good format to do it. We're considering, if we have time, to do some videos on first-time cruiser tips and hints and things to pack, and how tipping works, and just general things like that. I renewed my passport recently. I'm probably going to do a video on, once things slow down a little bit, on that whole process and explain to you the state of renewing passports now, because it's a little bit different. It's gotten a little bit better than it was last year, which was waiting a year. So let's talk about cruising right now. Touched on a little bit before. Prices are up. Prices are up across the board. Demand is up across the board. I am getting a lot of requests, people looking to go on last-minute cruises for cheap.
Yeah.
Not happening. You can still get some decent deals, but going on a cruise in a couple of weeks, you're not getting a $500 cruise this year.
No.
Even on Carnival, it's the pricing
Prices
even
are
on
all going up.
Carnival is up. So expectations have to be set. Cruise lines, I'm not going to defend the cruise lines, but I'll explain what happened. They lost a lot of money during the pandemic. They were shut down for 18 months. They were able to survive because they have a lot of capital. They have big ships worth billions of dollars. So they were able to get loans to keep them afloat. Keep them afloat. The problem is that now they had to pay these loans back, and we all know what interest rates have gone. So they've been unable to I'm not a financial expert, but basically they haven't been able to refinance these loans at a lower rate, and the rates are going up, and they are, hurting to a degree. The prices was really low last year because they were trying to get people back on the ships. They wanted to prove that the ships were safe, which they were. The ships was this, without a doubt, the safest places to be in travel last year. They're a little full now, but still, we're not hearing any like major outbreaks on cruise ships or anything like
No,
that. A
no.
little bit in Australia because Australia still is kind of they're a couple of years behind the curve with everything. They just restarted recently, so they're still kind of 10 people on a cruise ship get COVID, and they're it's making news over there and everything. But again, the prices are going up. Costs of things like gratuities are going up.
Hmm.
The menus are slimming down a little bit. I don't like that direction. I don't like the direction it's going. I don't like that you're paying more for less. But I kind of understand where they're coming from. And Angela and I, we go on enough cruises that we see the difference over the year. And yes, the menus are getting a little bit smaller. The ports are getting a little bit smaller. And, gratuities, things like gratuities are going up. Drink package prices are
Yeah,
going
that was
up a little bit. Internet packages are going up.
everything.
It is, but so is land. So is airline prices. So, I do both. I book people on land-based vacations or cruise-based vacations. We still feel that the best value is a cruise, especially if you don't have to fly to the cruise port. Airlines are just out of control. The price of airlines are just crazy, and with the problems with scheduling, things like that. So, cruises, even though the prices are up, they're a good value. Now, how can you get the best deals? One, book far in advance. Cruises are always the cheapest. Now, this didn't hold case last year because it was the pandemic and COVID restrictions, vaccinations, and all that. But this had been the case before the pandemic. Cruises are always the cheapest when they first go on sale. Always. It's very rare. As the ship fills up, the prices go up. It's very rare that when you get to the end, the last month, that a ship isn't full or pretty close to full. So you're really not going to see the prices go down a whole lot as it goes on. So book early. The other thing that I have access to, and any good travel agent will have access to, is group space pricing. Basically, what group space pricing is that the travel agency or the consortium I belong to, when a cruise line is first advertised or first put for sale, they block out 16, 24, 64 rooms at that price when the cruise first goes on sale. And when they do the group pricing, they get a little bit of a discount and sometimes some onboard credit and things like that. So it might be a little bit less. And what that basically does is they kind of lock in pricing so when the price of the cruise goes up through the travel agents, a decent travel agent, not always and not on every itinerary, but on a good number of them, if you're flexible in the category, they have pricing that would be much lower than the current pricing you would get through booking directly with Royal Caribbean, say, or Norwegian or Princess or what have you. So that's another way. Cruising during the week. If you're retired and you can cruise, you're looking for a quick cruise, if you can cruise Monday through Friday instead of Friday to Monday, you're going to get an extra day and you're going to save money. School breaks. Christmas time. Angela and I cruise over New Year's. Every year we just enjoy it. We understand we are paying through the nose for it. There's no discounts on New Year's cruises. You are, they're expensive, but that's where we splurge during the year. Other than that, we jump around cruise lines. We'll do off weeks generally. Sometimes last year we did a lot of 3-day weekends because pricing was down. This year we're not going to be able to do it. If this was last year, Martin Luther King Jr.'s birthday weekend,
we'd be away, right?
We probably would have been on a cruise, but the pricing is just not there right now that we could do that. So we're planning more longer cruises and further out. But Cruise during the week. School breaks. School breaks. There's a Jersey week in October or November. I'm not sure. Brian Kearns could tell us. There's a week that all the kids are off from school in Jersey, and the cruise ships out of New York just fill up like there's no tomorrow. So avoid that. Avoid the winter breaks. Avoid Easter week. Last week in June is going to be another one that's expensive. First couple of weeks in July, end of July. Now here's one that most people don't realize. Schools outside of the Northeast, schools in the South, especially Florida, they go back middle of August.
Yeah, like the second week or something like that.
So especially if you're in New York and you don't mind flying down to Florida, you get some pretty good deals on cruises those last 2 weeks in August. If you want to keep the kids out of school, those are probably good weeks. Personally, my parents used to keep us out of school to go to Disney because it was cheaper and less crowded, but I don't think I'm allowed to tell people to keep the kids out of school to go on a cruise.
No, I don't think so.
I'm going to tell you anyway. Keep your kids out of school. Take them on a cruise. They'll learn more. Geography, navigation, cultures, meet people from all around the world. What are they going to learn at school? How else? Be flexible about the cruise line. Be flexible about the ports. Realize that price is not always value, and that's what I preach to everybody all the time is value. One thing that goes through me like nails on a chalkboard is when people say, I want a cheap cruise. If you want a cheap cruise, there's cheap cruises, but you're going to get a cheap experience. Now, Carnival, as we know, is a budget-friendly cruise line. There are some good experiences had in Carnival. There are some good weeks to go on Carnival. There are some times that you don't want to go on Carnival. Short weekend cruises on holiday weekends. If you're looking for a quiet getaway, you're not getting it those weeks. But if you're looking for a party atmosphere and a quick weekend booze cruise, they're great. So it's value. Now, one thing we've learned, and I'm not trying to sell anybody on any particular cruise line or whatever, Angela and I have become real big fans of Celebrity and Princess.
Mm-hmm.
They are more expensive, without a doubt. There's a little bit of sticker shock when you first book it, but they have packages that have a lot of inclusions. The Princess cruise that we were on over New Year's was not a cheap cruise, but it included the drink package.
Mm-hmm.
It included the internet package. It included gratuities. Those are all things that add up. $15, $16 a day per person for gratuities adds up. The drink packages, as you know, they are all going up. $75 a person a day adds up. The internet adds up. Same thing with Celebrity. Celebrity has all-inclusive pricing. They have regular pricing too. That doesn't include all of those things, but to me, it's a no-brainer.
Plus 2 specialty restaurants too.
Oh yeah, Princess, we got specialty restaurants. We did the Princess Premier, which is their top package, and they gave us specialty restaurants, 2 specialty restaurants. It also gave us this thing called Princess Prizes. I'm going to do a video on that.
That was cool.
It's kind of weird. It's the on Princess, you have a medallion. It's like an Apple AirTag that acts as your room key and your key card, and you can find each other on the ship through the map.
Cool. Yeah.
Or on the phone. It's, Angela's by the salon. Bill's by the bar. Shocker. So they have that, but it also, when you get about 3 or 4 doors from your room, the door unlocks. So you don't have to fumble with the key card or anything like that. You just have the medallion in like a little, either on a wristband or
a lanyard
or something, and it'll unlock your door. And also there's a screen that has your name, and every time you go into your door, it's almost like a little slot machine.
Plus your picture.
And it has your picture, and you can win prizes.
Yeah.
So Angela won $25 onboard credit twice.
So I won $50.
So, I mean, and there's an upcharge to do that. I think it was $15 a person a day for the, especially restaurants. It also included a better drink package.
And then at the end, they have that and the cruise drawing, which had some good prizes. They had like a $5,000 prize. I think it was.
Yeah, they gave away $5,000 as
Yeah.
Princess prizes to somebody on the ship. So it was pretty wild.
Yeah.
Celebrity has similar types of packages. So we've enjoyed doing the little nicer cruise lines. But again, it's what your budget is. But don't look for cheap. if you're looking to book cheap, go someplace else, because cheap. I hate that term. There are some cheap cruises. Richard said Staten Island Ferry is a cheap cruise. No, it isn't, because you're going to get your wallet stolen. So as long as you don't have a wallet, you're probably good on the Staten Island Ferry. So where are we? So flying cruise.
Yeah.
If anybody has any questions, throw them down here now. Appreciate the support. Thank you, everybody. Again, it's 2,000 subscribers, and the views have been off the hook, and it's been fun. We enjoy talking about cruises and travel. So this is definitely a lot of fun for us. So you know what? We're not going to make it a late night, but let's talk about the big.
Yes.
We'll do the announcement now.
Yes.
Want to tell them about it?
August 2nd, 2024, 8 nights. We're doing the Adventure of the Sea. It includes Aruba, Curacao, Coco Cay, out of Fort Lauderdale. And Bill's got a group set up for it.
Yeah, we have a group set up for it. It's going to be, right now, it's going to be pretty much a family group that we have. We have 16 rooms blocked off. We're probably close to half of them already accounted for.
Yeah.
But we're planning on getting more. The pricing on that is fantastic. It's an 8-night cruise. It's on the Royal Caribbean Adventure of the Seas.
Mm-hmm.
And right now, for a balcony cabin, it's $25.30 for a couple in the room, which is for that itinerary. For Aruba is, if you haven't been to Aruba, go to Aruba. I know it's very, very expensive to stay there, because I disappoint people on a daily basis that want to go to Aruba and they can't, because it's gotten expensive. But it's Aruba is a great place to go. It's an 8-night itinerary. It's gonna be a lot of fun. Angela and I are gonna be on it. Our family's gonna be on it, and it should be a good time.
So it was 23. Maybe I'm wrong.
23?
15.
23.50. 23.15?
I think that's better.
15.
15, I think.
Okay, 23.15.
Yeah.
Somewhere around that ballpark, but it's still, again, 8-night cruise. That one is out of Fort Lauderdale.
Mm-hmm. No, it's out of Port Canaveral.
Port Canaveral. Oh, yes, right here. So we are really looking forward to that one. If you're interested in that one, let me know. We're probably going to start putting some flyers out on some of these group opportunities. It's been, again, just been really, really busy. So, and, taking care of current people traveling too. We constantly have people on ships trying to make sure that, or flying to Europe or whatever, trying to make sure that they're taken care of. So what else we got, hon?
I think we got everything covered.
Yeah, I think so.
I think so. Like I said, the one for next August, that's a really, really good price.
Yeah. And we're probably going to, believe it or not, I talk about booking early. We are probably going to be booking our 2024 into 2025 holidays very soon. They sell out. I saw it last year. I'm seeing it now. The Celebrity Beyond that we're going on next year, I was looking for friends of ours. I believe the only stuff left was interiors, the balconies and above on the Celebrity Beyond, which is a pretty big ship. For next Christmas and New Year's are already gone. They're not even available. Can't get on it. So, and again, listen, whether you book through us or book through somebody else, that, I'm not here to, to tell you got to book through me, but book through a travel agent and book early. book early, book early, book early. The other advantage is if you book early, in most cases before, as long as you haven't made final payment, which is usually 90 days ahead of the cruise, if the price of the cruise goes down, you can call and get the price adjusted in almost all cases. So by booking early, it's a no-lose situation. You're locked into a low price. If the price does go down, not happening. I'm be quite honest, it's not happening anytime soon. You can let your travel agent know or call the cruise line, and they'll call and get your price reduced. So that's another way to save a little bit of money on cruises. So, all right, 7:56, almost an hour, right? Anybody else have any questions? We got some people on, some likes. Well, final thoughts, Angela.
Final thoughts. We got a busy year ahead of us, and it's only January.
Yeah, we do. We got a busy year ahead of us. Thank you all for your support. Thanks for all the words of encouragement that I've received, messages and comments in the videos. If you watch any of our videos, please give them likes. Throw a comment in the comments section. Let us know what you think of. It all goes into the YouTube algorithm, and that allows. What happens is Facebook shows our stuff to more people, which helps us out and helps them out, hopefully, because we're really, I'm kind of proud of what the information we give. We try to give really honest advice and opinions, stuff that we would give to a friend or a relative or take
no
out ourselves.
Clickbait. We don't do clickbait.
No, we don't do clickbait. We don't do the BS. Big headlines on the thumbnail. Carnival screws their guests. It's unprofessional, and it's the type of media that I despise. Give the information, put it out there. Don't make people, don't make it that people are going to click on it and then, oh, this is what I thought. So we don't do that. Thanks for that. Thanks for the support of Finest Travel. We started this about 5 years ago. We figured we would book some friends and family, and make a couple of bucks on it, maybe, or help support, which we still don't make any money because all the money goes right back into going on cruise ships. But we have had, it has grown amazingly. We are booking people all over the United States, mostly law enforcement. Last year, I believe we had 230 bookings last year, all inclusives, and Europe, cruises, some domestic stuff, Disney, Universal. We've gotten a lot of positive feedback, and it's been great to be part of good times. I become Facebook friends with a lot of our clients. If you're on here and I'm not Facebook friend with you, send us a friend request, because I love nothing more than going on the Facebook feed and instead of seeing crap, seeing somebody that I helped book a vacation for having a great time with their families. That's it sounds silly, but that's more rewarding than any money. It's been great. It really has. We got a couple. What do we got there?
Thank you, Emily. She loves our videos.
Oh, thanks, Emily. Appreciate that. Again, this feedback means the world. So I don't know when our next live stream will be. We'll see how the feedback is and things like that. These are fairly easy to do. We enjoy talking about it, but we don't want to waste time. We're not going to we don't produce videos just to produce videos. We don't go live just to go live unless we have something to say.
Right.
But again, reach out to us, bill@finesttravelagency.com. You can always get in touch with us there. You can get in touch with us through YouTube. If you have any questions or we can help you in any way, please let us know. That's it.
Yeah. I hope some of you join us on some of our journeys.
Yes, and
it'll be very nice.
And what's your final words, Angela?
Come join us.
Bye-bye, everybody.
Bye.